Today is Monday, March the 17th, 2014, Vincent Corporation, Tampa, Florida. This is a verification run for Amway, Neutralite Access Business. We're using their CP6. It is a vapor-tight machine, but the vapor-tight covers are off. They bolt onto the sides here, where you see the studs. Also a top cover, studs there, and of course a cover on the opposite side. The cover on this side has a Pyrex window with wiper, same as you see there for the inlet hopper, and there for the press cake discharge. There's also a bolt-on cover over the press cake discharge. Then of course the press cake discharge area at the bottom is flanged, so that can be connected to keep the machine vapor tight. Same thing with the inlet hopper, which is flanged. This inlet port can be used for a variety of things. The resistor bar is drilled out for steam or liquid injection, and that would be one way of getting the supply to this resistor bar. It could also be used for nitrogen if you want to put a nitrogen bath in the press. What we did for the CP, the larger CP press for Amway, was we ran spinach. We've gone and gotten spinach again at the farmer's market, and we're just going to tear the bags open, put them in, just to confirm that the press does what it's intended to do. This press not only is polished in the places that we had done on the larger machine. We have the drain pan, inlet hopper, and the screw, which of course you can't see behind the screen right now. But the entire press has also been electro-polished. It's been dipped to give it this brighter luster than what the other machine had, which was simply too large for the electro-polisher, too large to fit in their bath. So in a moment we'll start feeding in spinach and see how it does. I'll go close it. All right, 60 Hertz on the VFD. That is a 6, yes, all right. Bill's loading in the second 2.5-pound bag. Machine's so pretty, I hate to get it dirty. But we'll clean it back up again, of course. Interesting, you can see the product in the hopper. That's nice. I'm not used to being able to see that. I can't recall exactly what we ran on the larger machine, but here we have just over 20 PSI. I have no issues with that. In fact, I think we were able to run, maybe we ran only 15, I think, on the last one. But we'll see. If it looks like it's having difficulty coming out. But there's a nice tight seal of that cone against this last vertical plate, or the C plate, that is. We haven't even packed the machine yet. Despite what you see, you may not want to put your hand in the inlet hopper. Well, it's taken the product in, so it's just a matter, there we go, now I'm starting to see some color. Oh yeah. Bob, we're saving this last 10-pound, these two and that is 10 pounds. We're just going to run 10 pounds through it, and I'll get the times off the video.
Okay.
And starting to see what it should do. You know, bear in mind, of course, you have adjustability of back pressure. I just happen to have it set where we were running another test on a different machine a few minutes ago. It was running 20, just over 20. You can start to see the green coming out around the cone. I've probably mentioned this before, but at the very beginning, it'll be wet coming out around the cone. Then as soon as the plug forms completely, it becomes a dry plug there. I remember, I think, lower PSI for the other machine. So just to make sure that we get product past the cone and not all mushed up coming through the screen, I'm going to go back down to the 15 over here. I'll cycle the cone to make sure we're close. Let me do that. And yeah, we're too low. So now it's always more accurate to go back up to the number than it is down to the number. There. I'm happy with that. Symmetrical.
What is it they're running? What is it that they're running? Remember the guy saying alfalfa? Remember saying spinach was the closest, real close to it, but I forgot what he said.
Spinach compacts down to nothing, so yeah, I'm not worried yet.
It's barely filled the press.
Yep.
They're running the same thing out of that 12%?
Slightly different because it wasn't vapor tight.
Oh, okay.
Go. That's what we want to see. You just have to be patient with stuff like spinach. Oh yeah. Now we're seeing that plug grow a little bit.
We're barely filling up the third stage of compression. First and second are still empty.
Yeah, as you see, as Bob's pointing out, with the screen being dry all the way here, it tells you we really only filled the press from about there towards the discharge. It is definitely coming out. Oh yeah, that's good. Bill, how many more bags? That's it before we get to the time test, huh? Okay. I was considering shutting off the video, but no sense in it. It'll just be a minute here before we start doing this last 10 pounds. The truth is, I've been timing this thing continuously with the video anyway. But I'll pay special attention to the time test. I guess prior to starting the time test, we'll dump the pail.
They're getting set up to do that.
Let me get another pail. Let me get one more pail to put under there. Whoops. Taping my fingers doesn't help you, does it? Let me see here. Well, it's not pretty, but it'll do. We definitely don't go for pretty around here most of the time. Your press is an exception. All right, we ready to, let's put our, hang on one second, need to move things around here. Let me free up a hand. Okay, move that one out, put this one in. Go ahead, Bill. All right, now we have our catch containers. This is what we got from the 20 pounds. I know you're seeing the same thing over and over and over again, but that's kind of a good sign. If we had had any problems, we wouldn't be able to run continuously like this. But I'm mainly keeping the video going to act as a timer. Bob just used his refractometer on some of the press liquor. 4 degrees bricks. The only reason why throughput is low on this is because it's such a low bulk density. That big box is only 10 pounds. That big box of something else might be 40 or 50 pounds.
Last bag, Mr. Tyler.
Okay, last bag going in. Tell me when you think, Bill, you're about where you were when you started. Needless to say, this isn't scientific down to the, 3 significant digits or anything. It's just for a general idea. If you recall, on the other machine, you wanted to be, and of course with VaporTite, you have to do this, to be able to lubricate from the outside. So that's what you have here.
This is wet.
Look at that, it feels wet to the touch, but just a few little drops coming out.
I'm surprised.
Not bad. And of course, I went down on pressure to make sure that we got cake to come out of the end. But we're only running 15 psi. You can up that to whatever you want to get the result you're looking for. That's it, huh? Okay. Well, the test is done. I'm happy to say it worked beautifully.